Envision an expansive urban center emerging in the heart of the American desert, equipped with a state-of-the-art infrastructure and meticulously planned thoroughfares teeming with self-driving electric vehicles. This city mirrors the vastness and diversity of New York, the efficiency and connectivity of Tokyo, and the governance and sustainability akin to Stockholm. A staggering multi-billion-dollar initiative is underway to craft a forward-looking city, mirroring the scale and ambition of Saudi Arabia's The Line. Today, we delve into the prospect of Telosa, a city positioned as Americans' response to The Line. Telosa is not merely positioned as a city of the future, it aspires to be a revolutionary societal model. In a fashion reminiscent of megaprojects like Saudi's Neom, these meticulously planned megacities emerge as a response to contemporary challenges, encompassing issues such as overpopulation, pollution, and climate change. The objective of these cities of the future is to redefine the concept of establishing a thriving city from the ground up, one designed to be sustainable, resilient, inclusive, and equitable for all of its inhabitants. The name Telosa is derived from the ancient Greek word telos, roughly translating to the greatest purpose. Introduced to the public in September 2001, Telosa is the brainchild of American billionaire Mark Lohr. Following his departure from the role of president and CEO of the American retail giant Walmart, Lohr revealed his ambitious vision to establish the meticulously planned city of Telosa. Through his forward-thinking project, his goal is to forge a more just and sustainable future that can serve as a blueprint for generations to come. Spearheading the master planning of Telosa is the globally acclaimed Danish architect Bjarke Ingels, who previously undertook a project commissioned by Toyota to create a compact smart city in Japan. The fundamental concept driving Telosa and the rationale behind its planning, as per Lohr, is to construct a city with the needs of its residents at the forefront. Presently, over 50% of the global population resides in urban areas, a statistic projected to surge to potentially 70% by the year 2050. Given this trajectory, cities have evolved into vital hubs for education, research, and economic opportunities for millions. However, despite the significant growth experienced by a select few, not everyone reaps direct benefits from this progress. The widening wealth gap is precisely the issue that Lohr and Telosa seek to address. The objective is to construct a city where every individual, regardless of their socioeconomic or cultural background, has equal opportunities for advancement. Central to realizing this vision of equality is the implementation of an economic system known as equitism. The underlying concept of equitism is to establish a community where people directly reap the benefits of the city's growth. In this system, Telosa will be the proprietor of all the city's land, while its residents are granted the freedom to construct and sell homes on this land. Ideally, as the city expands, the value of the land will increase in tandem. The funds generated from this appreciating land value will then be reinvested into the city, contributing to public services, transportation, education, and healthcare. This process aligns with the overarching vision of equity, ensuring that all citizens have equal access to high-quality services. While the precise location for the future city of Telosa remains undetermined, the planners are considering constructing it on desert terrain in the American West, specifically in states such as Nevada, Utah, Idaho, Arizona, or Texas. Alternatively, there is contemplation about setting the city in the vicinity of the Appalachian region in the east. The question arises, why opt for the desert among all the available land in the United States? One primary factor influencing this decision is the abundance of inexpensive and readily available undeveloped land in the American West. Given Telosa's strategy of reinvesting escalating land values into city services, this cost-effective land holds the potential to self-finance as the city expands over time. Despite the relatively low cost of the land earmarked for Telosa's future construction, the notion of erecting a bustling metropolis in the midst of the desert raises questions about the feasibility and wisdom of such an endeavor. Recent developments in Saudi Arabia, particularly the construction projects in Neom and The Line, have brought to light challenges that Telosa may encounter in the future. Originally slated for partial completion by 2020 and subsequent expansion in 2025, Neom's construction is already experiencing delays. It appears that building on undeveloped desert land necessitates the prior establishment of operational facilities to accommodate construction equipment and personnel in the harsh climate. Current challenges faced by NEOM and the line include high temperatures, limited water availability, and the environmental impact of constructing an entire city from scratch. Similarly, Telosa is slated to be fully powered by renewable energy sources. Each building in the city will be equipped with photovoltaic cells on their roofs, while strategically positioned wind turbines along the city's periphery will contribute additional capacity to meet Telosa's power needs. The city's design aims to generate more power than it consumes, establishing Telosa as a self-sustaining entity in terms of electricity generation. Furthermore, at the core of Telosa's design is the Equitism Tower, the tallest structure in the city, destined to become an iconic landmark and a symbol of the city's values. The city will incorporate a blend of meticulously planned transit systems and autonomous electric vehicles. It adopts the super-block urban planning concept, concentrating heavier traffic along the block borders, while inner streets prioritize bikes and slow-moving electric vehicles. This dual-purpose approach ensures easy mobility between blocks and positions residential areas at a sufficient distance from major streets to mitigate excessive noise. The construction of Telosa is divided into two distinct phases. The first phase, with an ambitious target completion date set for 2030, envisions a city capable of accommodating up to 50,000 residents across an area spanning 6 square kilometers, roughly double the size of New York Central Park. Following the first phase, the subsequent 40 years are allocated for the completion of the entire city in the second phase. It is anticipated that over 5 million people will reside within the city, covering a total area exceeding 120 square kilometers. In comparison, Telosa is anticipated to match the size of San Francisco, but accommodate more than 6 times its population within the same area. The entire project is estimated to require an investment of up to $400 billion, primarily sourced from potential private investors and federal and state grants. In contrast, Saudi Arabia's The Line is projected to have a similar cost of $500 billion, but distinctively, it is fully funded by Saudi Arabia's sovereign wealth fund and, by extension, the Saudi government. The ambitious plan and future vision of Telosa, led by Mark Lohr and his team, face a significant challenge inherent in the construction of planned cities like this: securing funding. Convincing both the government and private investors to invest millions of dollars into a vision that may not be fully realized is no small feat. Although Telosa asserts that its people will be at the center of the city's development, substantial financial resources are still required to initiate this monumental mega-project. Despite the mounting environmental and financial challenges and the absence of construction having commenced more than a year after the project's announcement, Mark Lohr and his team remain optimistic and unwavering in their commitment to fulfilling their vision of creating the world's most sustainable and inclusive city by the year 2030. Questions arise: what sets Telosa apart in its approach compared to NEOM? Will Telosa ever be fully realized? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you're interested in learning more about Saudi Arabia's The Line, which has recently commenced construction, you can explore our video on the subject. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.